Swole Benji here. Today I wanted to talk about the most profitable way to PvP and what kinds of people you should be targeting in PvP for the most amount of silver gain, alright? So look at this guy here, he's on a bear, he's doing a triple transport. Unfortunately, he's on a bear, and as a solo player, there's no way you'll ever dismount him. But with a group of friends, you could faction flag up and dismount him, and that's an easy 900,000. Easy. But let me talk about just PvP and profiting for a moment, okay? So right now, I'm a Bridgewatch player, you guys know this. I'm in Long Shadow Plain. Whenever Limhurst is one of the busiest factions in the game. Whenever they do a heart transport to Bridgewatch, they have to go to Ferndale, then Willowwood, then Spindlewood, and then Long Shadow, then Snapshaft, and they'll turn it in at this little area, this little circle right here. That's where they go to turn in their hearts, and then they got to run back to town, and then they get 4 extra hearts. So if they're transporting 15 hearts worth 60,000 each, they will then receive 19 hearts, also still worth 60,000 each. And it takes anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes for them to ride here and then ride back. Sometimes faster, it depends on their mount. Now, as a solo player, you can use a catch or a PvP gear set while faction flagged, and this is a yellow zone, to get their loot. Now, if they're on a boar or a bear, like if they're on a bear, you won't be able to dismount them ever. Sorry, they just have too much. They're too tanky. They have too much health. If they're on a boar and you dismount them, you will then have to down them, and you will get the hearts. Okay, but if they're on an ox, if they're on like some people do transports on this thing, the Snow Husky. They don't do the triple hearts, the triple crates. But if you dismount them, they become overweight, and they will drop their heart. You don't even have to kill them. Now, I'm not going to go over builds that would work for this. Simple put, you can use claws, you can use double-bladed, you can use any kind of staff with stuns. You can use frost staff, prism, or the freezing prism staff. You can use curse staffs. I've went over a lot of these builds on my channel. Just find the catch gear that you have spec for. Heck, if they're on an ox and you have 8.3 bolt casters, you just press E on them, and if they're naked, they get dismounted. Like this guy, see, he's on a boar. Oh, he's not doing the transport though. Anyway, like I'm not even filming during prime time, okay? And also, Carleon players sometimes go through here as well to get to Snapshaft. You can also park in. Flat River, not Flat River Trough, where's it at? Yeah, you can park right here in Slow Tree Plain, or, I'm sorry, no, it is Flat River Trough. You can park right here in Flat River Trough, you'll fight Carleon players, and you'll fight Martlock players, and sometimes Limhurst players going the extra mile to do 2 towns over for even more hearts. The thing with heart transporting is a lot of botters are doing it, a lot of people find it to be really safe. Like, this guy's doing it. He's Bridgewatch flag, though. A lot of people are doing it because they feel it's really safe. So you just sit here faction flagged, and if a gank squad comes, if the enemy faction comes, you just mount up and ride away, okay? But otherwise, you just sit here, and if you get downed in a PvP set, it's like 10,000 silver. It's no big deal. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. There are so many bots and so many ox drivers that do the heart transports through this zone, or any zone. Like, if you're in Limhurst, you would have to figure out which nation, or like say Fort Sterling, the path that they take to get to the Limhurst area, and you would have to camp there, like I'm doing now, to dismount them and take their hearts. Okay? There's no risk for you. There's all the risk for them. It's really stupid because you can no longer die and lose your gear sets in faction PvP in yellow zones. People are just doing massive amounts of heart runs. Okay. Like this guy here, no hearts, okay. Really slow though. But I'm not playing during prime time. If you play during prime time and you sit here, every freaking like couple of minutes a dude will run by. So essentially, if you have a gank squad or you're really good at dismounting and killing people, you can make 900,000 every single time, okay? Every single time a transport rides through here, you're just making bank, okay? I've been doing it on an alt, and see, like, I don't play on my main much because I get a lot of random people that'll hang out and want to take pictures and talk to me and stuff, and I'm muted in game. I literally cannot talk to anybody. See, like, this guy right now. See, exactly. He's like, hey, so I always get a lot of attention when I'm playing on this character. So I don't gank on this character. Cheers. Cheers, mate. Anyway, so the point is, this is the most profitable way to PvP in the game, is to just set you. Here's how it works. You turn your volume all the way up. You go to your game settings and you go to your audio and you just crank sound effects all the way up. Now you can hear every single mount. And when there's not people AFK nearby, you can chill here and you can hear them riding towards you before you can see them on the screen. Okay? So, well, this one was a little quiet. The sun in. Like, some mounts are quiet. He's not going to be transporting hearts on that mount. But generally, like horses, oxes, you can hear them gallop. Like, I'm reading your text, bro. See, look, people. Come on. Anyway, you can hear the galloping long before they get there. And then all you do is you activate your hunter shoes, because you're going to be using hunter shoes. You use your catch set. You use your catch set. And then you dismount them, and then you can kill them. And generally, they're not going to be in PvP gear. They're not going to be PvP ready. Most of them are bots. Most of them are naked bots on an ox doing it. Right? Turn my volume back down because it's a little loud. And there's no risk to you. There's no... Like, okay, now, like I said, the bears, you can't dismount them. So this guy, he's on his second run now. Or who knows? He could be a bot. If you have friends, you could take down the bears. Easy money, easy money. Now, compared to other ganking, if you go to the red zone and gank gatherers, on average, gatherers and gathering bots only have about 200,000 on them at a time. Like, if you go out to the red zone and gather for a whole hour and tell me how much worth you have on you at a time, right? It's going to be 200 to 400 to 1 million depending on your gathering skill. Every gatherer I've ever killed has only been worth 200 to 300,000 tops, and it's very risky because you have to flag up in the red zones, which means everyone's going to kill you because they're just going to follow you around until you leave the area. Alright, it's high risk, it's difficult, it's not much earnings. If you go to the black zone and kill gear to people, most people are running in cheap tier 6, maybe 6-1, maybe 7-1 if you're lucky. 4.1 if you're unlucky. You're gonna dive dungeons forever until you find somebody, and then they just might be a build that counters yours, or anyway, it doesn't matter, or they might escape. You've wasted so much time and all this energy, and it's just not worth it. But if you sit here, if you faction flag up, you get your catch set on, and you just chill here, and you wait for that heart. Like, here's a heart transport. This guy, look at his mount. His mount has 885 health. I dismount that guy. It is a boar. Look at his. Okay, so he's got a catch set on. That guy is that's free money. That is absolutely free money. And look at this. Okay, maybe not that one, but that one's naked. This one's probably on his way back to fucking Limhurst right now to go do more. I guarantee you, it happens all the time. When they're naked, if you're naked on a mount, you take maximum fucking damage. You take absolutely maximum damage. And yeah, sometimes you'll have people that will ride by that are faction flagged and they don't have a transport heart, and you're gonna just ignore them, don't fight them. If they dismount to fight you, you just mount up and ride off. And let's say one of them gets by you, like you're fighting a guy with a boar mount, and he rides past you and he gets to safety, because he won't fight back. He doesn't want to flag up for combat. So he goes away. And that's fine. So you just ride to the opposite side of the map and you wait for him to come back, because he's got to make it's a two-way trip, okay? And he ain't going to go all the way around. Most of these people doing it are just bots and scripts that are programmed to do this all fucking day long. This is the easiest money in the game, and I really hate to share this because it's so good. This makes me so much silver. I'm up to like 40-something million. I think I've made 20 to 30 million in under a week doing this, man. It's stupid easy. You don't have to put any effort in either. Like, okay, that guy's not transporting, but all you gotta do, you just sit here, you AFK, you watch anime, and when you hear a mount ride up, you just look at your screen. If it's a red name, you hit your hunter shoes and you just fucking clap them, dude. It's so free. It's so fucking free, man. And it happens all the time. Now, like I said, I'm recording not during primetime hours, so it's gonna ramp up in about 3 to 4 more hours. There'll be so many people doing it, and if you have friends, you could literally camp every exit and every zone, and even in the middle, and you and your friends can just just get free money. It's so fucking free. I don't know why anyone would ever transport hearts. It doesn't increase like your character's fame. It doesn't do anything. It's high risk. It's stupid to do. It's retarded. Like as the ganker, you have all the advantage and none of the disadvantage. There is what if they down you? Oh no, 10,000 silver. Oh no, you go open one tier 5 chest. Easy money, like easy repairs. But if they 15 hearts is a lot of money. It's it's 900 to 1,000. They're risking 900,000 to make 240,000. Okay, that's it. That's their risk versus reward. Your risk is 10,000 on a repair build. Your reward is 900,000 every few minutes. And like right now, yeah, there's a lot of Limhurst. That's because they're being pushed back due to the war effort. So this is kind of a bad example right now. So you wouldn't be able to camp here because, you know, once the greens start piling up, you can't just stand here faction flagged, obviously. So you just have to go out a little bit more, you know. You just kind of ride out like about here, about off, just let them go off screen. They won't chase you. You're just a single guy. They want to cap points. They want to do their little faction warfare shit. So like, I just sit here. Just sit here. They're gonna ride up on you, and a smart heart transport will see that you're dismounted, and you know they'll ride around you or something, and that's fine. You know that's what sucks about going out further. But if you're near the entrance, they have to risk it. They can't dismount if they're not on a boar or. Oh, well, if they're on a bear, they can't dismount either. But if they have a boar, they can dismount. Otherwise, they can't. And it's free money. It's absolutely free, easy money. And you may be asking, why aren't you showing off doing the actual thing? Because I'm trying to make these videos in bulk, and I only have a very limited window in my actual life to record and be able to vocalize things, because I live in a van, and when you live in a van, you have to be very stealthy, and you can't talk. And there's times where, yeah, I can use some open spaces to record like I'm doing now, but I can't do this all the time. The majority of the day, I have to be absolutely silent and in stealth mode, okay? But right now, you know, I'm somewhere where I can record, and it's fine, alright? And another thing is I don't want to give away my catch set, even though I've already technically given away 2 catch sets on my previous videos. Go check out my other videos if you want to learn some catch sets. You'll have to comb through them because the titles aren't... Did someone just yell at me? Anyway, I think someone just yelled at me. Just go through my previous videos, and you will see plenty of gear set examples on how to catch mounted players and dismount them. You'll see it in even videos that aren't talking about it. You'll just see it in the B-roll footage, okay? There's so many. I recommend the Frost Staff. I recommend the Curse Staff. Those are my favorites. But you can also use double-bladed, like I said. Claws work. Even Boltcasters work if they're an unarmored bot using an Ox. Anyway, I'm Swolbingy. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. And I want to see a lot more gankers doing this so that the heart transports go down, because the heart transports are what's killing the heart economy, but also at the same time, it's super easy money for my subscribers. This video probably won't be pushed by the algorithm, so it won't be too far widespread. And like I said, it's not just for Bridgewatch, it's for all areas. You just have to figure out where your heart transports go and how they route. And yeah, so also do note that certain factions are more active during different parts of the day. Like Lippenhurst for me is more of a morning faction, and then Martlock is more of an evening faction. So if I play in the evenings for my time, I'm going to be over here in Flat River Trough killing Martlock heart transports because all the Limhurst people will be asleep. That's just how it is. So you have to figure that out for your faction. And I'm not gonna do all that work for you. You gotta do it yourself. This stuff it's insanely, it's the easiest money ever. A new player can't exactly do it if they can't PvP or dismount someone. But if you just dismount an Ox player, a naked Ox doing a triple heart transport, that's 900k, and you can dismount them in just a few hits. It's so simple because they don't have armor on. Your Boltcaster E will just delete their health bar on their mount, and then it might even delete them. Like, your E will keep casting when you dismount someone, and that's the cool thing. So, like, I'm naked right now, and if a Boltcaster player casts E on me, it's going to chew through my mount and dismount me, and then it will keep hitting me, even though I will be cleansed of all crowd control, you know, debuffs. I will still be taking the E damage, and then I will be killed. It's very simple. It's very easy. Just do this, guys. It's the easiest gold farm ever, silver farm. Just come on. All you gotta do is you just sit here in AFK and you wait for people to ride by. Of course, right now, there's a war going on in this area. 2 blobs are fighting, so it's kind of a bad example. You'd have to kind of move up a bit more. But it's easy. It's so easy. It's so simple. Anyway, that's it. That's the video.